In this video, I'm going to tell you what simple process I usually do for creating a simple website, that is from to the research, design and development. In this video, we're going to create the dental website. So for example, we have taken it as a dental website. So at first, for the research purpose, I will use the ChatGPT in order to gain knowledge about that particular website, that is the dental website. So I will make sure to understand more about what are all the necessary things we needed for the dental website. And then I will search for the real websites in order to understand more about that website. And also I will take for about 5 to 10 website, that is the real website, for the reference. After choosing the real website, I will move on to the design, that is for the inspirations designs. And again, for this inspiration design, I will take for about 5 to 10 websites or any other inspiration which I have seen in the Pinterest, Dribbble, Behance, something, etc. Whatever you feel which is easy for you, you can search for the inspirations. The inspiration is everywhere. You can choose whatever you want. So now I have the content which I have taken from the ChatGPT and all the real website of that particular niche and all the inspiration design which I have taken so far. And then I need to get the style guide, that is what are the color I am going to choose and what is the typography I am going to choose. And based on the fill I am choosing, I will create the color palette. For example, if it is a health related, that is for the hospital, dental or something like that, color should be to be light, and also some bluish color will be suitable for that, something like that. I will be choosing the color for the particular website. And the same for the typography. We should be not to be so modern, it should be very formal. For example, for the dental website, too stylish the typography will not be suitable for that particular website. We need to choose the typography something subtle and also to be too normal. So based on that, I will choose the typography. Now we have the content related to that field and all the inspiration website which we have done from the research, and the inspiration website that is for the design, and we have the color palette and then the typography. Now we need to create the sitemap and the wireframe. So in order to create the sitemap and the wireframe, I will be using Rhythm. So in here, I will be providing a prompt that is related to that field. Here we are going to choose a dental field. I am going to give a prompt related to the dental, and it will generate the sitemap and the wireframe. So based on that, I will create a design with an existing color palette and the typography. So after creating the design, I will move on to the framework and will start to develop that website. This is the process I usually do for creating the website. In this video, I will show you how to use the Relum.io for creating a sitemap and wireframe, and how to create that a website in Framer. I will provide the free remix link in the description below. So the website which we are going to create in this video can be used for free. So let's see how to make that. Here we need to create the sitemap and wireframe for our dental website. So here I have used Relum.io. So by using this, I'm going to create a sitemap and also a wireframes. Here they use the AI. So when I describe a website here, when I describe about the website here, it will automatically create a sitemap and a wireframe of it. So here let me give the prompt. So here is the prompt which I give it as: create a modern, user-friendly dental clinic website with essential sections of hero, about, service, appointment, contact, footer, gallery, theme, why chooses. Ensure a clean design with strong CTS, easy navigation and mobile-friendly SEO optimized structure for a seamless patient experience. This is a prompt which I am going to create here. So let me click on generate. So instantly it's creating a sitemap first, which consists of Nav, hero section, about, service, CTA, team, gallery, benefits, contact, footer. And if we want more pages for the about, service, contact, we can generate the content like this. So if you want a service, just generate. So the sitemap will be created. So whenever you need, you can do the changes for each of the hero, about and service sections. Okay, now let's jump on to the wireframe. So this will be the wireframe which is automatically created based on the prompt which we have given. Even even the content has been created, we can use this content also. If not, you can change the content. Okay, if you doesn't like this wireframe of this hero section, even you can able to change the component. So for that, just go to the replace component. Here you can find a bunch of components available in the Velo. So from here you can choose up with whichever you need. So as like the hero section, we can able to change the section for the remaining sections. Okay, so these are all will be the wireframe. Even if you want, you can rearrange the section. Okay, and then even we have a style guide. So based on the style guide, we are giving the design will be changed. Can you see it? If you want, you can use it, or just you can use it for the inspiration. Okay, first let me go to the wireframe. Here I need to take this wireframe to the Figma. So what I'm going to do is I'm just selecting on this logo and let me copy. Now I'm going to the Figma. Let me paste it here, but it won't paste. We need to use the plugin. So let me go to the plugins, manage plugin. Here, let me search for Realm and let me run this. Now you need to open the Realm Figma kit. Now make sure to click on this open in Figma. Now it will be opened here in the wireframe. I'm going to paste the component which we have copied. In this new file, again I'm going to the new plugins, that is Realm. In here, let me paste from the site builder. Command V, so that this component will be applied to our canvas. So that the navigation is pasted here. And if we want the hero section, again use that is as copy. Now go to the file. In here, let me paste, so that the hero section has been copied. So like that, you need to take the wireframe of it inside our Figma file. So I have already bought all the wireframe of the Realm inside the Figma. So from this, I will get some of the ideas what I am going to create in the rental website. So based on all the design inspirations I have taken, I have created a style guide with these 3 major colors, and also I have chosen up with a typography with the headings and a paragraph. These are all ends. Based on the information which I got here, I just designed a dental website. Let me show you. So this is the design I'm going to develop in the Framer. So let's see how we are going to develop this website in Framer. Let's see how we are going to develop this web design in Framer. So let me go to the Framer. Here, before entering into the actual design, I have already created a style guide. That is all the necessary components which we needed, and all the styles, that is the text styles and color styles and the link styles, everything I have already created beforehand. Let me go to the assets, and here I have created the style which I have shown in the Figma. This is for the heading 1, heading 2, heading 3. Everything has been created beforehand. And even I have chosen up with the colors and also the links. So if you want to know how to create the styles, that is textiles and color styles, just go to the styles, and here you can find the text, colors and links. So from here you can choose them with the necessary options. So for example, if I click on paragraph, a new paragraph will be created. So inside this edit, you can give the font, weight, styles, the colors, whatever you need. The same follows for the color. If you click on a new style, a new color can be created by using this. So I have already created the component which we needed. Created the navigation bar for the desktop, tablet and mobile. And for the footer, the same follow-ups I have created for the desktop, tablet and mobile. And also the buttons. So these are all the basic necessary components which we require. So what I recommend is, before getting into the project, make sure you have created all the necessary styles for the text, colors, links. So make sure to create the necessary components beforehand. So whenever you need to use that particular element, it will be useful for you to use that component, because it will be reusing that particular component instead of creating it again and again. So that we have created all the thing, and let me go to the home page. For the desktop, I have given the breakpoint to 1440. Okay, so in this desktop, let me add the navigation bar. So I am going to the assets. Let me inside this navigation bar. Let me get into this a component. Here we have a logo, 2 links, and also the buttons. I have wrapped both these inside the content wrap, and this content wrap is wrapped above the container with the max width of 1280. Okay, the same follows for the tablet and also the mobile. Okay, and also we have used the button, which is also a component, because we are going to use that component again and again. So let me show you. I have created the button component with the 2 variants, that is for the primary and secondary. So these are all the hover effect for that component. So let me tell you one thing also. If you want to know how to create the component, just make sure to select that stack, and if I click on the right button, you can find the create component. So if you click on this create component, you can create the component. Let me go to the home page again. Here I am going to create the hero section. So for that, let me see the Figma design. So this is the hero section. We have a background image, and also we have the text along with the buttons. Okay, let me go back to the framer. Here, let us create a frame. Okay, I'm just going to create a frame here. Let me name it as hero section, and let me give the radius to 30. Okay, let me give the height to 850. Got it. And then we need to add the content which is on the left side. So let me add then another frame, which should be here. Okay, it's freely moving inside the section. So we need to make it as a stack. So for that, I'm just choosing up with the hero section. Let me make this layout to be in a stack. Okay, and for this, we need to bring this somewhere here. It's coming in the center, so I am choosing with the hero section. Let me distribute this to the start. Okay. And also for the frame, let me name it as content wrap. Okay. And also we need a spacing between these two. So for that, let me go to the hero section. Let me give the padding to 70. Okay. Okay, let me take out these colors. We doesn't need that. And now we need to add the text. So instead of creating the text from the scratch, we can able to add the text by using here. So, but instead of doing that, let me go to the insert. I'm going to the section. Let me drag it and paste it here. Let me copy this, and let me delete this one, and it's inside this content wrap. Let me paste, and it's collapsing. It's because of not giving that a wrap as a stack. So I'm just selecting this content wrap and let me make it a stack. And now we need to apply the text stance to this text. So I'm just selecting this one, and let me go to the styles. Let me select this to heading 1. Okay, and for this, it should be paragraph. Okay, and also Let me make the alignment to be the left. The same. Okay, the text is not aligning to the left. It's because of that alignment issue. So in the alignment, let me make it to left. Okay, now we need to change the content of this text. So let me change that too. So that we have added the text, we have added the title on the text, and then we need a buttons and also a small tag at the top. So again, I'm going to the Figma file. Here we have two buttons and also a tag. At first, let's add the buttons. So let me go to the asset. Let me insert. Okay, the button has been inserted. We need two buttons. So let me duplicate this. It's getting these two buttons is getting like this, but we need the buttons to be like this. So for that, I'm going to create a wrap and a stack. So for this tag, let me name it as button wrap. And here now we can able to align it in the horizontal direction. So let me make the direction to be in horizontal and make the distribution to be at the start. Okay, and let me see the design. Here one is in the white and another one is in the black. So let me change the variant because we have already created the component with the two variants. One is the primary and in the secondary. So by default it will be in a primary. We need to change it to the secondary. So let me make the variant to secondary and this one will be the primary. And also we need to change the text, but we have forgot to create the variable of it. So I'm just again going inside this component. Let me choose up with this text. Let me create the variable. Just make sure to choose up with the content and create variable that is plain text. That will be the text. Okay, now let me go back, and for this make it as book and appointment, and for this let me make it as call us. Okay, now we need to add the tagline at the top. So for this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Figma 2 Framer plugin, and let me go to the plugin. Let me manage the plugin, that is Framer. Okay, let me run this. So this particular thing will be copied to the clipboard, and let me go to the Framer. Now inside it, let me paste. So that it has been pasted. Let me bring this inside here. Okay, let's change the style of it too. Okay, got it. So that we have created the content wrap inside this hero section. Now we need to add this background image. So let me choose this hero section, that is the entire one, and in the fill, instead of the color, I'm going to choose the image. So let me choose the image and make the image come inside the section. We bought this image here. Let me go to the design again. Here I have used a gradient effect. With these two colors. Okay, so we are going to create this same exact linear gradient inside that section. And also we forget to do one thing, that is we forget to give the white color for these two tags. Okay, let's first do that and later on move on to the linear gradient. I'm going here, let me change the color to white. Okay, let me increase the gap. Okay, now let's add the linear gradient. Okay, so for that, again I'm creating a frame. Let me bring it inside this hero section. We need to bring it at the top. It's not working, it's because of its position. Let me make it as absolute and bring it at the top. Okay, then make the width to 100. And for this, let me make the linear gradient. This one will be, let me choose this. Okay, copy, paste, and again, copy, paste. Now we make the gradient. We need to see the background image. So let's decrease the opacity somewhere like this. And also let me give a blur effect. That is blur. Okay. Let me increase this also. Okay. We just created the hero section now. Let me move on to the next section. It's like an about section, so let's create that one also. So for that, let me go to the insert. So it's more or less just looking like this. So let me bring it here. Okay, make it as to fill, and this will be the about section. Let me take out this color. Okay, this is an about section. Okay, fine. And this will be the container. This will be the container. Let's give the max width. Max width to, okay. This will be the content. Let's make it as fill, remove. And this will be the image inside. Okay. And also before that, let's change the textiles also. So for this, it will be the heading 2. For this paragraph, also we need to change the button. Also we need to change the button. So let me delete this. Let me copy this one and bring it here. And this will be learn more. Okay. Now let's change all the text in the paragraph. Here we have 2 points. One is years of excellence and 100% certified patients. So again, we are going to create another web. What I'm going to do is, let me duplicate this content again. Let me take out this button, and for this content, this will be the point wrap, and let me bring this point wrap which is above the button. Okay, and for this one, let me change the text styles to heading 5, and let me change the tag to H3. Okay, and for the paragraph, let me check. It's the same, so there is no problem. Okay, and the one more thing is we need to add a circle, and inside it we need to give it as 1. So only we have to do that one. So for that, let me create a frame which is around 55. It's better to check on with the design also. It's 33. Okay, let me change it to, okay, let me zoom it, and let's make it a circle. Let me change the color to blue, and inside it we need to add that text. So let me copy this and paste it inside this, and for the frame, let me make it as layout, and for the text, let me change it to 1, make it to fit content. We have created the first point, and now we need a second point. So for that, let me duplicate this point wrap again, and also this alignment is not good. In order to make this alignment to be in a horizontal, let me create another stack. It will be point hole wrap. Okay, and let me make the direction to be in horizontal. Okay, and let's change the content. Okay, now let's create the necessary gap between all those. And the next thing is we need to add the image. Now we just added the image, and here we need the appropriate spacing on the top and the bottom. So let me choose up with this whole about section. Let me go to the padding, and let's give the padding value on the top and bottom actually in 140. It will be make sense, I think. Let's make it as 140. we have to add the testimonials that is all over the image. So here also I'm going to use the plugin. So again, I'm going to the plugin, Figma to HTML. Let me copy to the clipboard and let me go to the framer, and inside this image, let me paste. So it had been pasted. Let me make it as card 3, and let's make this to layout, bring it to the rectangle, and then make this okay. Let me take out this one, and for this, and let me rename it to content wrap, and for this ellipse it will be the image, okay. And for this image, and then we need to change the text styling, so let me make it as this one, okay. And for this, let me make this position type to be in absolute. Let me bring it here, okay. Let me check out the design, okay, it's at the top, okay. So that we have created the card, and the testimonial section should float. So for that, let me change it to the position as absolute, and let me bring it here. Let me check, okay. And again, we need to add the image here and also here. So what I'm going to do is, let me duplicate it for 2 times. Let me make it to 1 and 2. Even if you want, you can use the component making. I'm just duplicating it, but it's better to use it as a component, okay. Let me bring this one somewhere here, yeah, somewhere here, and the second card should be somewhere here. And also we need to change the alignment for the first one. So for this image, let me change the direction to be here. Now we need to change the image and also the text. Let's do that. So that we have changed the image and the text also. You can able to see there is overflow issue because we can't see this particular wrap. So in order to do that, I'm just choosing this image. Let me make the overflow to be invisible, okay. So that we have created the about section also. Now let's check out with the design. So let's take what is the next section. Okay, next section is the service section. So again, let me duplicate this section itself. Let me make it as service section, and let me delete this particular, that is point hold wrap, and also this image. Here we have the text to the left, and we have the title to the left and the text and the button to the right. So what I'm going to do is, let me select this text, that is content, and the button. Let me create a stack. It will be the content button wrap, okay. And for this content, let's make the direction to be in horizontal. Okay, now let's see the design. We need to align this text and the button to the left. So let me make it to start, the alignment to be in the start. Let's give the gap. And for the button, we need to make the button design to be like this. So I haven't created the third variant, I just created only the primary and secondary. So again, let me create another variant, that is tertiary. Here let me take this one, okay. Let me make the color to be in black. And for the hover effect, let me make it to white. Let's make this full color to be in black, okay. We have created another variant of this button, so let me change it to tertiary, okay. It's a button. Now let's change the text, titles, and everything for the service section. Let me go to the design and let me change it. Now we need to give a gap between these two texts. So instead of making something like this, let me give the fixed value, this one, and again fixed. Now let me get to space between. Okay, now it's looking great. And the next thing is we need to create a 3 cards for the services. So for that, let me create a frame. It should be inside this container. Let make the direction to be in vertical. This will be services graph. Make it to fill. Okay, and inside this, we are going to create the 3 cards. So let me create a frame inside this one. Let make the layer to be in a stack. Okay, let it be in the center itself, no problem. And for this frame, this will be the card. For instance, let me give the name it as card. Okay, and let me give the radius value to be in 20. And here we need to add the image and also the text. So whenever I hover this one, this detail should disappear. Whenever I hover this one, this detail should appear. So let me go back to the framer and let's create the text. And let me copy this text, paste it inside this, and let make the card to be in stack. And for this, let's set the heading to H3. Okay, and for the card, let's make the distribution to be at the start. The text is touching its parent's corner, so we need to give the appropriate spacing by using the padding value. So let me give the padding. So let me give the padding value to be in 30. Okay, and now we need to add the background image also. So let's add the image also. So let me choose the image. So I have added the image for the first card. Let me change the color to white. Okay, and then we have a gradient effect at the top. So for this, I am creating a frame at the top, which should be at the top of the card. And let's make the position to be in absolute. Let's bring it at the top. Okay, let me fill it. By using width 100% and height 100%. Let me pin it to the center, and coming to the fill, we use the linear effect. The top should be black. This one, the top should be black, and the next one, let me reduce the opacity to 0. Okay, so this is how it will be look. And let me reduce the opacity somewhere like this. We can't able to view the text, it's because of the z index. So let me give the z index value to 0. Okay, now it's looking fine. Now what we need to do is, whenever I hover over this card, this should appears. Let me show you. This should appears. Okay, we can't able to do it like this. We need to create the component, and we need to create the hover state. So let me show you how to do that. For this, let me create a component that will be the card. So in this card, so it will be normal, and let me create the another variant. So instead of creating a hover, I am creating another variant. It will be act as hover. Okay, now let me go to the design. We need to add the text and also the button. So let me go back here. Let me copy this one. Let me paste it inside this. Make it to fill. Actually we need to make this text to be at the bottom, so for that let me make the distribution to be space between. Okay, and also I can't able to click on it, so it's because of this frame, so let me make this to be in a lock state. Okay, now let's change the color to be in white, and let's change it to secondary. Now what's that? Let's change it to, okay, primary. That is primary. That is primary. Okay. Okay. Let's change it as learn more. And for each of the card, the text and the title will vary. So for that, we need to create the variables. So with the help of this title, so by selecting this one, let me go to the content and let me create the variable with the name of title. And for this, it will be text. Okay. So in the normal state, these two will not be appeared. So let me give opacity to be in the 0, and in the hover state, let me enable it. Okay, fine. And for this hover state, now we need to change the color for this hover state. So let me go to the color. Let me choose this one, and here the text is not visible actually. So let me change the color of it. Okay. So this will be the normal state, and this will be the hover state. We need to create the interaction between these two. So for that, go to the interaction, create a new transition. So whenever the mouse enter, it should go to the variant of hover. Okay, the same follow-ups here. Whenever the mouse leave, it should go to the normal. So let us check how it's working. Yeah, it's working great. So instead of just appearing, I feel it has to be slide from bottom to top. So for that, let me give the padding value at the bottom to be in 0, and coming to here, let me give the bottom padding value to be at 30. Let me check. Yeah, it's looking good now. And also we forgot to do one thing. We need to change the image also. So for that, again I'm going to create the image variable. Okay, let me go back, so that we have the variant title, text and image. Great. And let me duplicate this for 3 times, make it to space between, and for this let make it as hover, and for this let me change the image, and let's change the text also. So that we have created the service section. Let's check how it's working. I'm hovering. Yes, great, great, great. It's working perfectly fine. Let me decrease the gap. Let me make it to 40. Let me make it to fit content. Great. So that we have created the service section also. Let's move on to the next section. The next section is why choose section. Here again we are going to use only the text, that is title at the top and a text and 3 sections. Great. So again I'm duplicating the service section. Let me make it as YS, and let me take out this card. Let me make the direction to be in vertical, bring it to the center. Let me take out this one. Let me make the alignment to be in the center. The same follow-ups, center. And now make it to fill, the same, fill. Okay. Now for the whole content, let me give the fixed one. Let me make it something like this. Now let's change the text. So that we have created the title wrap. Let me change it to title wrap. Now we need to add the content wrap. So let me copy this one, that is this point wrap. Let me paste it inside this container. Now let's change it to, now I have changed it to content wrap. Here we have totally of 3 points. So here what I feel is it's better to use the component. So let's create a component. Let's bring it to the center. The same columns for all the text. Let me create the variable. That will be title. And next will be the text. And here we have the icons and a small circle which is above that particular icon. Here we have an icon and a small circle which is above it. Let's do that. Now here let me take out this. Now let me take out this text, and this one will be icon wrap. Now inside this I am going to create another frame for this icon and for the a circle color. So let me create a frame. It will be the icon, and coming to the icon wrap, coming to this icon, let me give the width to 33 and 33. Let me take out this radius, and for this icon let me choose up with the image. And coming to the icon wrap, let me take out this color. Let me make it to fit. Okay, now we need to add a circle which is above it. So again I'm just duplicating it, and let me give the color to blue, make the radius to 100, and let me give the position type to be in absolute and bring it at the top. Now make the index value to be in 0, and for this, okay, I have made this index value for this icon to be in 1, and for this color circle I have given the index value to be in 0, even though we can't able to view the circle. So it's because of the overflow. Let me make the overflow to be invisible. Okay, now let's delete this one and let me duplicate it for 3 times. And again we can't able to see the circle. It's because of, again it's because of overflow, and make it visible. Okay, now let's change the text. We forget to create the variable for this image also, so let's make that too. And for this let me go to this create variable image. Okay, now let's change all the text and image. And now we can see there is a lot of width for this text, so let's change that also. Okay, it's because of this. I'll make it to fit. Okay, let me increase this one more. Okay, let's check. Yes, it's now it's looking great. So that we have made the hero section, about section, service section, and also why choose a section. Then we have a CTA section with an before and after image. Okay, let's see how we are gonna do that. So that we have completed the why choose section. Next let's go to this CTA. So here we have a title, a subtitle, and a button, and then we have an image slider for before and after. Let's see how to make that. Now let me duplicate this YS section and let me change it as CTA. And here now let me take out this point wraps. For instead of this content wrap, let me change it as image wrap. Now we need to change the layout to be in horizontal. So for that, let me change the direction to be in horizontal. And coming to the title wrap, let me make it as fill. And let me check the design. It's in the left alignment. So let me make it as left. The same follows left. Okay. Now coming to the container, let me change the max width. Okay, great. Now let's change the text and the background color of it. Let me change all the text. Here we need a button, so let me copy this button and paste it inside it. Okay, and make the alignment to be in a left. Great. And then we need to make the background to be in black. For this container, let me change the color to be in black. For all the text, let me change the colors. Let me give the radius to 30, and we need to give the padding value also, so that we give the background color. And here we have another image. Let's do that also. So for that, let me add another frame which will be act as VG. And for this, let's change the position to be in absolute. Let me fix it to the center, 100%, the same, 100%. And then let me change the image so that we make the image here, and it's not, that button is not visible. So let me change the z-index value. Okay, let it be in 0, and here we need to add the image, that is the image slider. Let me show you the design. So we need the image slider. So for that, I am going to the Framer University, and here I am going to copy this before and after image sliders. Let me copy this component. Let me go back here. Let me log this first, and inside the image wrap, let me paste that component so that we brought this image. And coming to here, let me give the before and after image. Now let me choose the right image so that we choose the left and right image. Okay, let me check this out. We doesn't need to give the padding value at the top and the bottom. So let me take the value for this. Let me give it to 0, and let me give the padding value to 0, and I am going to give the padding value for this title wrap. Okay, and for this to fixed, we give great, so that we made this one. Yeah, it's looking great now. Let's check how it's working. Yeah, it's looking great now. Next, let's see the next design. Next one is the theme section. Let's do that one. For this, again, I'm going to copy this YS section. Let me make it as theme section. Let me bring the CTA at the top, the theme. Let's change the title and the subtitle. Okay. Then we need to change the background color. Let's change the background color. Let me give the padding value at the top to be in 140, and let's change the background color, that is light blue. Okay, and then we need to add the theme section. Here we are going to create the component. Okay, instead of this point wrap, let me delete all the one, and let me make it as detached instance. And for this, I'm going to create an image. So let me take this out. It will be the image, and let's give the width and height of it. Let me check this one. That is 300 and 350. Let me make it as 300 and 350. Okay. Now we need to change the image and the resolution. Okay. Let's check the before. Let me change the style, subtitle, and this will be the same thing. Okay, and here let's give the radius to be in 20, and for this, let me change it as theme, and let me create the component of it. Create component, that will be the theme, and let me make it to fit content. Okay, great. And for this, let me give the a variable, that is the image, and for this it will be the title and it will be the text. Okay, got it. Now let's give the default image. This will be the image, and here we have a background color of in white. So let's create a wrap above this image, that is add stack. It will be the image wrap. For this image wrap, let's give the color to be in white. and again for this radius will be in 20. Okay, and then for this image wrap, let's make it to fit. Okay, so that we have created this one. It's in a left alignment, so let's make that also. Let's make it to left. Make this one to be in fill instead of fit content. Great. It will be the name, it will be the name, and it will be the destination. Okay, great. Let's make it to fit. Okay, and for the content wrap, we make it to be in start, for instance. Now let's create the others. Now we need to change the image and also the name and the text. Okay, let's do that. So that we have completed the team section also. Let's see what's the next one. There is the contact section. Let's do that. Let me check for any contact. Okay, here we have a contact form. Let's drag it and place it inside this. Now let's check it up here. We need to make this contact details. Okay, great. So for this, what I'm going to do is let me use the plugin and Figma to HTML. Okay, let's copy to the clipboard and then paste. Okay, fine. It's in here. Let's make the direction to be like this. And for this contact, let me bring it here. Great. And for this will be the detail. So it's looking great now. And then this is the get in touch. So let me change it to heading to, and let me get that get in touch. Okay, we get this one. Let me copy this and paste it here. It should be above here. Make it as fill, get in touch. Okay, you make it to left alignment. Make this one to be in fill. Okay, great. And give the appropriate gap. We need to make this to be in stack. Okay, now let's give the gap. Okay, fine. And we need to create the container. So let me add a stack. It will be act as container. Let's give the max width. Remove. It's not looking great because it's in a fixed width. Let's make it as fill. And again for this, let's take out this max width. Okay, and let me give the appropriate gap. Let it be 50. Again, it's not looking great, so let's give it the fixed width. Let me make it as 500 or something. Let's check how what is this. This is 550, so let me make it as 550. Okay, now I hope it's looking great. That is for the contact details. So what are the changes you want to do in this form, you can do it here. So as of now, I'm just leaving it as like this. The next step is footer. We have already created the footer. So let me go to the asset. Let me add the footer. Let me bring it inside here. Okay, so that we have created a beautiful dental website. Let's check this out. We have a navigation. We have a hero section, about, service section, why choose section, before and after, that is with the CTA, a team section, a contact details, and also a photo. So this is how you need to do. So let's check on with how to make it as responsive. So let's create a tablet. So we have created a tablet responsive breakpoint. Coming to the navigation, let's make it as fill. And again for the hero section, let's make it as fill. If you want, you can reduce the size of the hero section. And again coming to this, we need to give the a padding value. So let's make it as 30, 30. And again for this, I feel like I need to change the direction to be in vertical. So it will be fine. Okay. And again, coming to this, let's make it as vertical. And coming to the service section, let's give the padding value to be in 30 for the left and right. And coming to the service wrap, let's make it to grid. And for all this, let's make it to fit content. Fill. Okay. Let's give a gap with 25 or something. Okay, fine. And then we are going to the white shoes section. Let's give a padding value to be in 30 and 30. Again, let's coming to the content wrap. Let's make it as grid with the appropriate gap for 25. Okay, going to the advanced. Let's make it to fit content. Okay, it's going here. Let's give the padding value at the top to be in 20. Okay. Again, I feel like we need to increase the gap. Let it be 45. And for the whole thing, let's make it to 50. Okay. And then we have a CTA. And for this, let's make the direction to be something like this. And for this, let's make it to fill. Great. And coming to the CTA, let's give the gap. Sorry, let's give the padding value to the left and right to be in 30. Okay, fine. Coming to this, let's make the type to be in grid. Okay, we have completed the team section. It's coming to the contact section. Let's make the direction to be in. Let's make the direction of this container to be in vertical. Now let's make the height to be in fit content. Let it be fill. Okay. We need to make this contact detail to be at the bottom. I think it will be fine. Let's increase the gap. If we want to, we can decrease the width of this form. Let's make it to relative. Okay. And again, coming to this, let's make it to be in center. Again, it's fallouts. Let's make it to be in center. Let's give the width, fixed width. Okay, it's looking great now. Okay, then we need to change the width to be in fill, and it will be in the tablet. It's already great now. Now let's add the phone. The phone breakpoint has been added now. And coming to this navigation, let's change it to mobile. And for the hero section, let me choose the content wrap. Let's make it to fill and fit content. And coming to the hero section, let's make it to fit content. And that is a lot of spacing. So let me give the padding value to be in 16 and 16. Yeah, it's looking great now. And coming to this button wrap, let's make the direction to be in vertical and alignment to be in the left, and let's increase the gap. Okay, it's looking great now. And coming to the about section, let's make it to fit content. Okay, now it's looking great. And coming to this, let's change the padding value at the top and bottom to be in 80 and left and right to be in 60. And for the gap, let's make it to 50. Okay, and for this point, let's make the direction to be in vertical. Okay, great. And then we have a service section. Let's make the container to be in fit content. Great. And coming to this, let's make it to fill. And for the whole content, it's already in the fill. And coming to this text, let's make it to fill. And for the padding, let's make it to 16, 16, and 80. And for the service wrap, let's make it to column 1. And then we have a YS section for the container. Let's make it to fit content. And for the title wrap, let's make it to fill. Okay. And coming to the content wrap, let's make the column to be in 1. And let's give the padding value to be in 16 and 16 and 80. And then we have the CTA for the container. Let's make it to fit content. Okay. And for the padding value, let's give it to 30. It's looking great now. Okay, fine. And for the padding value for the whole CTA, let's make it to 16, 16 and 80. Great. And then we have a team section for the containers. Let's make it to fill content, fit content. And coming to the title wrap, let's make it to fill. And for the whole thing, let's change the padding value 80, 80, 16, 16. Okay. And let the gap will be in 40 or 50. And then we have a content wrap. Let's make it to 1. Okay. We made a team section. And then we have a contact. And coming to the contact, let's give the padding. Again, let's give the padding to 80, 80, 16 and 16. And coming to the form, let's make it to fill. Okay. And coming to the contact details, let's make it to fill. The text, fill. And for the whole thing, let's make it to fit content. And let's give the padding value somewhere between 25. Okay. And for the gap, let's make it to 40. And finally, we have the footer. Let's make it to mobile. And that's it. We have created a dental website along with the responsive site. Let's check. We need to give the gap for the tablet. So coming to the hero section, let's make the relative to be in 90%. The same follow-ups here. Let's give the relative to be in 90%. It will look fine now. Let me check. Okay, and again coming to this, let's make it to 90 and relative 90. I have given it for navigation. Okay, fine. Let's check. It's looking good now. So we have completed the dental website in the framework along with the responsive. I hope you have really enjoyed this video and learned how to make this dental website. If it's so, don't forget to like this video and share it with your fellow designer. If you want more video about web design framework tips and tricks, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You can use this website which we have created in this video for free. I have provided the link in the description below. Make sure to use of it.